Hello guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'm going to be disproving the faked moon landing theory. It's a theory where people say that the moon landings were staged, they're fake, they were done in a studio. So I'm going to hop on TikTok and do some stuff and just watch the videos and just prove that they were fake. Prove that the theories are fake. Not prove that the moon landing was faked. Alright, so let's just hop right into the first video. Alright, so I just had to get the face cam on for the screen recorder. But so here's the first video we're gonna look at, and this is what I get. See, proof the moon landing is faked. So let's just watch this video.
Here's all the reasons why people believe the moon landing was fake. Alright, firstly, I think somebody needs some explaining to do, because if Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, who would have taken those boots on display?
Okay, so I accidentally paused the recording instead of the video, but it said that, so if Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, who took that photo? My answer is Neil Armstrong. There is no proof that that person on the ladder is Neil Armstrong. That could have easily been Buzz Aldrin. It might not have even been Apollo 11. And Neil didn't go alone. So my theory is that that is actually Buzz Aldrin, if it even is Apollo 11. So now let's move on to the rest of this thing.
However, this was his footprint when he was on the moon. Here's all the reasons why explaining to do, because if Neil was the first person, here's a photo of Neil's boots on display. However, this was his footprint when he was on the moon. Something's not adding up.
Alright. So, the boot theory. You see, those boots they're not necessarily fragile, but the moon, it's covered in rocks that could possibly pierce through those shoes, so they have an extra little boot cover that goes over it just to protect it a bit extra, and it has that sort of shoe thing on the bottom, which is why the footprints are like that. Anyway, let's move on to the next thing.
Apparently, Neil Armstrong took this photo of astronaut Buzz Aldrin on the moon, but when you zoom in, there is no camera found. Moving on.
Alright, so if we go back to that picture, just let me get that thing pulled up. Alright, so it looks like there's some gracing there. That's probably the camera or something. You see, this is a low definition picture actually. It's actually pretty low definition when he zooms in, low definition. You can't tell it that good, and it makes sense to be low definition, considering the time when the moon landing was. So let's move on to his next theory.
Camera found. Moving on, it's always been a mystery how the flag is up when there's no wind on the moon. Also, people believe since there's no stars in the sky that the pictures were actually taken in a studio.
Alright, so on the stars theory thing for, how there's no stars in the sky, that's because the cameras they used on the Apollo missions, they could either capture stars or they could capture the astronauts if you want. And since we wanted to get high quality footage of the astronauts, or high enough for the time the Apollo missions were. So the cameras could either capture good pictures of stars or good pictures of astronauts, and guess which one they would have decided to use? Yeah, they decided to capture the astronauts. And for the waving flag theory, simple explanation. It's called wires. They add wires inside of that flag to give it that waving look. They add wires to hold up the flag. In fact, let me just pull that up real quick. Alright, so I'm going to move the cam here. Look. If you look right there, you can actually see a tiny little wire poking up at the top. Here, let me even circle it, actually. There you go. Wire. See? Fireworks. People are doing fireworks outside. So that's the background noise. And also TV that my siblings are watching. Anyways, let's get back to where we were just a second before.
On the moon. People believe since there's no stars in the sky were taken in a Nil is in a shadow but all lit up, people believe that they took a studio light to take the picture. But what do you all think?
Alright. You see, he's not actually all that lit up. And there's probably like a camera. There's probably like lights on the camera or something. There's probably even lights on the lunar lander. Also, maybe the sun's visible. But at the same time, I'm not sure entirely. But still, I have enough proof that the moon landing is real and not faked. So let's move on to the next video. Alright, let's look at this video.
Here are some reasons why people think the moon landing was fake. Somebody needs to start doing some explaining, because if Neil Armstrong was the first person on the moon, who took this photo?
Alright, so for that one, okay, I'm not even sure if I explained this already and then paused, but I'm not sure. I think I was paused the whole time. I'm not sure entirely. So sorry if I'm repeating this again. But anyways, so same thing as I said earlier. That photo was likely taken by Neil Armstrong, and the photo was likely of Buzz Aldrin, if it even is an Apollo 11 mission.
Boots that are on display, and this...
Okay, same thing again with the boots and the footprints. Yeah. The cover.
The moon. And adding Armstrong to Aldrin on the moon, but if you look closer, there's no...
Same camera theory.
It's been a mystery how there's no wind, no stars taken.
The flag, the cameras,
In this picture, people claim this was taken in a...
Yeah. All of that, it's hoax. The people who think the moon landing is fake, the moon landing is fake. I don't know how to explain it, but the moon landing is not a hoax. The theory that it was fake is the actual hoax. Anyway, that's all I'm gonna do today. And I'll probably do one on disproving the flat earth theory, because why not? So I originally forgot to state this, but there is the one theory on how we got the footage of the first steps on the moon. How we got the footage of Neil Armstrong hopping onto the moon while giving his famous speech, "That's one small step for a man, one giant leap for mankind." So, on the lunar lander, there was a small compartment that could be remotely opened, and they opened that, and in that compartment, so it sort of folds down, and there's a camera on there that faces towards the ladder to get the footage. So anyways, that's how we got the first steps recorded. And if you want to learn more about the lunar lander, I highly suggest checking out Jared Owen's video on it. Well, anyways, guess I'll see you in the next video.